Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I'm going to react to this Superman sneak peek. And I'm already going to tell you guys, since I already saw it ahead of time, um, work. That's why I wasn't able to post immediately because I was at work and I saw it pull and I watched it. And as much as I wish I could have dropped everything to do a recording to give my reaction for it, I had to wait. So here I am doing the recording now and uploading it so you guys can see my reaction because y'all are about to go in on this bullshit. But just for clarity's sake, I do not own Superman. This is under copyright laws. I am allowed to um under the laws I am allowed to talk about, review, react, and explain anything part of this trailer. So no Warner Brothers, no copyright infringement because you put it out for us to publicly watch, which means that a lot of us are allowed to make views, talk about it, talk about what we thought, what we liked, what we didn't like, and it's educational. So no, I'm not using this video to claim that is my original content. My original content is me criticizing what's in the trailer and speaking about what I've seen in the trailer. So now that that's out of the whole situation, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and you know I'm about to react to this Superman trailer. Let's see how amazing it is. Okay. I'm sorry. When you have Superman in a Yamcha pose, you can't ask me to take this serious. And it's kind of funny that people are like, "Oh, this is the Superman we've always wanted," or whatever. I'm telling you, Christopher Reeves would want this at all. Like as much as y'all like to try to use him as a linchpin for your argument, no, Christopher Reeves have stated several times, numerous of times, that he never wanted Warner Brothers to treat Superman like a joke or anything related to Superman as a joke. God, that's too so ugly. Look at it. Look how baggy it is around him. Look at all the unnecessary right here. Look at the little jacket, look because it literally is the Star Lord jacket that they did, and then all they did was color it blue and put the little S on it or whatever. Look how loose and baggy it is right there. Even the underwear right here is baggy. What? Stop. I'm sorry. I'm not a dog person. I'm not an animal lover. Um, but I will say, because there has been a lot of people in in saying that, talking about, I finally feel seen and represented with my dog. If your dog pounces and jump on you when you're critically injured, something's wrong with your damn dog. Dogs are intelligent enough to know when there are certain things wrong with your body or whatever and stuff like that. Krypto is a super dog, which means he's actually highly intelligent. Um, he would not have been jumping on Superman like that at all. You can try to use excuses. You can try to say, well, in this moment, my dog did this. We're not talking about your damn dog. We're talking about a who is supposed to be more intelligent than the average damn dog. Like be so for real right now, because there was a Krypto the Super Dog show, and there was DC Super Pets, and Krypto was portrayed very intelligent. He knew when Clark was in danger. He knew when things were wrong with that the boy that was him for Superman. He knew. So to really sit up here and try to be like, oh, this is funny because James Gunn had that moment with his dog. I don't care what James Gunn had with his damn dog. That is not appropriate. That's not appropriate for Superman. And again, why is the first thing we're seeing from this Superman is he's injured? When we first saw Christopher Reeve Superman, what did we see? We saw the growing up moment, running, trying to run through the tracks. His powers are going, and then bam, flies off into the sky, and then Superman, dun, 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 like that, right? What happened when we Dean Cain Superman the first time we saw him and stuff like that? He's saving the day. I think he's saving Lois from something. I forgot. It's been a while. When we saw Tom Welling, when we saw him and stuff like that, and when he's discovering his powers and he's using his body to protect this girl from an explosion. I mean, or Henry Cavill Superman, when we see him, when the first time we see him and stuff like that, we see him saving an oil rig. You get what I mean? Even what Superman, the animated series, had him where a plane's going out of control, and he's the same thing with Superman Returns with Brandon Routh. The same exact thing. Plane is getting destroyed. Superman comes to save the day. You get what I'm saying? That's what you should be seeing when you first see Superman. Why the first thing you see Superman, you see this Yamcha pose? Like, I'm sorry, is this Superman or is this Duperman? Because it doesn't make any sense. Then you have Krypto, the super dog, jumping on him. Why? That's not cute to me. That's not cute because he's injured. You get what I'm saying? That's like that's the equivalent of if what Supergirl, Superboy came to help Clark, and the first thing they do is give him a giant hug. You're like, oh my God, Clark, and he's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not cute. And I understand there are some people who are going to be connected because it's the dog, which is funny, which is the only thing that they really talked about in this damn trailer is the damn dog. But anyway, let's continue. Look at that. He's grabbing his leg. He's telling him to stop. He's dragging his arm. Because you want to know why? It's because this was a mutt, a mangy mutt. And of course, mutts are rambunctious dogs in the first place. But that's why I said it was inappropriate for this to be that kind of dog in the first place. That's not what Krypto is. But again, y'all want to try to be like, it's a dog, it doesn't matter. Well, it actually does matter. It does matter because what it looked like is you spray painted a fucking mutt white, put a cape on it, and now it's just like, why do you think it's appropriate to ragdoll somebody who's injured? Like, come on now. And he's telling him to stop. So Krypto is too stupid to understand when not to do things. So are you saying that he's stupid? Are you saying dogs are stupid? Because if you try to defend this, that means you're basically saying a dog, that Krypto the super dog, is stupid, or he's immature, he's child, when he really shouldn't be, because he's a super dog, which means he's more intelligent than the average dog. Look at him, he want to play. But really, a real dog would have been concerned. He should have been whimpering, trying to figure out what's wrong with Clark. So then jumping, pouncing, dragging his leg around. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Okay.
Take me home. Home.
Look, once again, how many times he have to instruct him to do something? Krypto is a very intelligent dog. Alien dog, still a dog. He's very intelligent. He wouldn't be licking his face. He would have been trying to use his body to go under Clark and put his body over him. Like, okay, so Superman, Krypto. Right? So Superman is laying down. Here's Krypto, right? So Krypto would have been trying to get under him, right? And he would have tried to put his. So let's look at this probably like Superman's arm. So Superman's arm would go around right here and stuff like that. And he would have, because Krypto can fly, you jackasses. So he would have flew him while, Superman's kind of dragging around or whatever, but Krypto would have elevated him on his shoulder to hold him. You know what I'm saying? To fly him to the fortress because he's a dog. But again, this dog at what the fuck he talking about? Oh. Look at this. The fact that he's still jumping and dashing around. That is not what a damn dog would do if you're fucking injured. I am to say this. Y'all can't be this damn stupid to try to justify this shit. This doesn't make logical sense. He's damn near injured. He's injured. I'm sorry. I've never seen a pet fucking play with their injured owner. You get what? It'd be different if he was like in the bed. Like this would be different if this scene was like Clark was in the bed, he's sleeping, and then Krypto comes in and jumped and pounced on him or whatever, stuff like that. It makes sense because he's sleeping, he's trying to wake him up or whatever, and stuff like that, or he's excited to see him, but he's not injured. That's what makes this scene doesn't work, because he's injured. Y'all gotta understand storytelling. You can't just be doing shit just because it's cute. It has to make logical sense, and people are trying to defend it. No, you can't defend it because that doesn't make the damn sense God gave. And why is he dragging him? He can fly. He's a super dog. So the first, even if he did grab him by the cape, again, even if he grabbed him by the cape, this is Superman. This is Krypto. Krypto is strong enough to hold the cape and stuff like that. He would have been holding him like this and flying him, because if he's injured immediately, the smart thing to do is, if you're gonna have him by the cape, you will have him dragging by the cape again, hold him up and fly. The fact that, oh my, okay. And then you mean to tell me he was only a few feet away from the fortress? So why the fuck he fall a few feet away from it instead of, okay. Okay. And another thing is, the filthy isn't something that's hidden in the snow. Like it's right there. It's there. Bam, boom, bam. There you go. You get what I'm saying? So it should have just automatically been there instead of rising out of the ground. Because again, if it rises out of the ground every time or whatever, it's going to create collapse within the other parts of the ice, because it's in the North Pole, right? And that ice, when any of that ice cracks, it creates a trickling of event. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? But again, the fact that I have to break this down is kind of pathetic. But all right, let's see what this is. I do like the door, though. I do like the door. That is pretty good. Superman. Look at this suit. This suit is ugly, and I'm sorry, it doesn't look like David put any kind of work at all. Like, there is no definition at all. There's no ass definition at all. Nothing going on, and that's not me just like, but I'm just like being serious. If you really want to show a Superman that actually put some work into it, then you look at it, because it looks baggy. It looks baggy. It looks baggy right here. It's a little bit of stretch material right here. And the underwear just look baggy right here in this scene. That's just I'm just going by. Yeah, no. Look, you see the ruffles you see the ruffling of the suit, which you can tell they put a little touch up to try to make it look tighter.
Thank you. No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever, merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
The contradiction right here doesn't make any sense. No need to thank us, Superman, as we do not understand. While meet 12, she's new. So a she. Why is she a she? Because as much as I remember, the robots don't have any genders at all. So why does robot 12 have a gender specific pronoun? And then she giggles and talking about, oh, he looks at me. So do they have emotions or don't they? You can't have one breath saying that and then literally the next second later, they display emotions. I'm sorry, make that make sense. Because it don't. It don't.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun, we'll have you up and at 'em in no time.
Okay. I mean, I do like the turning of the fortress. I love the color crystallization though.
Level 4? 292 times Saharan Prime, please, one.
What? Is he a vampire? Is he a vampire? Is he a vampire? Is he a vampire? Because Superman should not be screaming healing from the sun. He should not be screaming like a little bitch. I mean, is he a vampire? I'll wait. Because I really want this answer. Is he a vampire? Yes or no? Because if the answer is no, why the hell is he screaming? No, that's not how healing works for Superman. I've seen plenty of times Superman has healed before and he's never screamed in agony before. So I don't want to hear that nonsense. And if he did get injured or whatever and bladder broken or whatever and stuff like that, okay, the only thing that can do that is something magical or you got kryptonite. And since there's nothing magical or kryptonite in this scene, and he's away from whoever he needs to fight or whatever, his body would have already naturally begun healing. Like, I just think y'all forget about how quick Superman can heal. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if he had red solar radiation, like if there was a collar around his neck that was siphoning his energy or something like that. Like, you have to make it make sense. Like, if you really wanted that scene to work, then the sun should have been blocked out by red solar radiation, or the area surrounding Superman was surrounded by stuff, or something magical in base. Even with the regular beatdown, if Superman flew away from that scene long enough, the sun would have healed him quick enough. You get what I'm saying? It's not going to take, it's not that long. I don't think y'all understand how fucking healing Superman. Like, what is this? They got to hold him down while he's screaming in pain from the sun that is healing him. That makes absolutely no logical sense. Please, James. James, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. And anybody that's trying to justify this, stupid. Please don't talk no more. Please don't ever try to talk about Superman. Because clearly, A lot of y'all keep talking about Superman like y'all know Superman, but most of y'all bitches won't even pick up a comic book. But will try to tell people who actually read the comic books how wrong they are. And in the comic books you do, you want to pick up All-Star Superman. Oh, so that's your linchpin. You don't pick up John Byrne's Man of Steel. You know what I'm saying? You don't pick up Superman Rebirth at all. You get what I'm saying? You don't what's funny about Truth, Justice, the American Way. You know what I'm saying? You don't pick up Superman Birthright. And I'm talking about these are stories that are in the main continuity of Superman. Main continuity of Superman that aren't alternate storylines. It's funny how y'all always want to pick alternate storylines of Superman outside of the main continuity to try to point, and then get mad when people like Zach actually did pull from some of those alternate reality versions of Superman that y'all claim he don't know nothing about comic books. Funny how a lot of y'all don't know nothing about Superman neither. Hell, a lot of y'all believe that Goku can beat Superman. I'm just saying the same ones that are trying to argue about Zach didn't know nothing be the main ones also arguing about how Goku can beat Superman as well. And then they always want to talk about, oh, Superman's always supposed to be this lighthearted character. This is exactly how Superman will act. No, Superman will not act like that. Matter of fact, if y'all would really want to talk about something and y'all want to talk about how Superman wouldn't act, let's go back to Superman the animated series. Because I think a lot of y'all forget how serious that Superman was. He wasn't a no nonsense person. He didn't really play the goofy person. He was very sarcastic. He would go back to Lois. He actually had human emotions and anger problems. Hell, when he found out that his human persona was dead, he was freaking the hell out because he was like, I'm not Superman. I'm Clark Kent or whatever. Then when the world turned against him, he also questioned maybe he's not doing right for the world. Maybe he should step back and let them figure it out for themselves. You know what I mean? So again, this whole notion of Superman as this happy-go-lucky thing doesn't make any sense. Even Christopher Reeves, in numerous occasions, have said he don't want Superman to be this happy-go-lucky person, or the world of Superman to be this just joyless comedy thing or whatever, because he doesn't want Superman to be diverted as a joke. And it's kind of funny. That's another thing. A lot of y'all will say he's the big blue Boy Scout. He has no personality. He doesn't do anything or whatever. But then when somebody do something different, y'all get mad. And the reason why I have to criticize this is because there's no context for it. And as a person that you want to watch the movie, you have to make context for this. This doesn't make sense because again, Superman can heal naturally with the sunlight. So if he flew away from the or whatever, the sun, he absorbs solar radiation constantly all the time. So again, unless there's red solar radiation around him, unless he burnt himself out, unless he burnt his solar battery out by doing that supernova move or whatever, because they introduced in the New 52 where Superman can literally take all the energy he has in him and release it into a big burst of energy, which leaves him vulnerable and leaves him just like as a human, and it takes him a day or two to fully recover or whatever. Sure, okay, magic. There's no magic around, and there's no kryptonite. And why is he this damn injured? And it can't just be from a punch. You know what I'm saying? And radiation doesn't really affect Superman like that as well. So again, what are we talking about? You get what I'm saying? Because again, the sun is still out. So it'd be different if this scene was nighttime. Then it would have made more sense. So then they would have turned the Fortress of Solitude to another part of the world where the sun is up in that part of the world to bring the rays down. That would have made a little bit more logical sense. You see how I made that work where it still would have made sense. So it's nighttime over there where he's at. He's been critically injured. Krypto flies into the Fortress of Solitude. They turn the Fortress of Solitude around to get to the other side of the world. I mean, to face a part where the the little healing kryptonite thing or whatever, kryptonite would face them so they can face to the sun and the sun's rays come towards him or whatever. That would have made a little bit more logical sense if you're going to do something like that. But again, this unnecessary scene of him screaming while being healed by the sun makes absolutely no logical sense unless he's a fucking vampire. And again, some people are like, "Oh, you just gotta wait for the movie." No, I don't have to wait for the fucking movie. This is what the fuck they showed me. I'm going based off of what they show me, which means that they want me to watch the movie based on this damn scene. And I'm telling you, hell to the no, because it doesn't make the damn sense God gave. Have to make sense. It doesn't matter if this shit is fantasy, fictional, or whatever. There are rules of establishment just in general when you're doing storytelling, when you're doing movies or shows or whatever. You have to make it make sense. I shouldn't have to question it. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear, "Oh, it's for kids" or whatever and stuff like that. So are you basically trying to say that children are stupid? Because that's what y'all are always trying to make it seem like. Y'all are trying to make it seem like we're just, when we were kids, we were just so stupid that we couldn't understand. Remember, back in the day, our parents had to take us to go see these goddamn movies. And if parents thought the shit was stupid, guess what? We're not watching it. You get what I'm saying? So y'all need to really start thinking about like, hey, we really need to make these movies where it's interesting for the audience and family, and stop doing dumb shit that people will criticize or whatever. Because the promotional for Superman has been god fuck awful. Okay, it's been awful around the board. It has been trash. Okay, and this isn't helping. And then we go back to this bullshit. Like, and they really want you to go to Minecraft, the movie, to see this shit. Be so for real, DC. Be so for real. This is dumb as hell. This doesn't make me want to watch Superman. This isn't Superman at all. I just don't understand how y'all gonna sit up here and try to justify this. Hell, we had a scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League where Superman got hit. Was it in Superman or whatever, or was it in Batman vs Superman? It doesn't matter. He got hit or whatever, and it took him a while, and he recovered using the sunlight, and it's repaired his behind really quick, and he got right back into the fight. And I think it was in Batman vs Superman, Don, just because I think Doomsday launched Superman, and he used that radiation and shot him into space or whatever. And while Superman was and stuff like that, right? The sun was right there rising, and the sunlight rising healed Superman, and it didn't take him that damn long. So I don't understand why y'all trying to sit up here and pretend like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why y'all trying to pretend, why y'all don't understand how this stuff works. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, be so, like I was saying, it don't make sense. You have to make this stuff make sense. Again, even in the Dark Knight Rises, they did the same thing. Dark Knight Returns, he got hit. He got hit with a big gamma radiation nuclear blast, right? And he literally absorbed the solar radiation around him to get back into the fight. So again, y'all can't really tell me that Superman wouldn't be able to heal going all the way to the Fortress of Solitude for all that nonsense. Because again, you have to know Superman's weaknesses: magic, kryptonite, red solar radiation. Not gamma radiation, not nuclear radiation, but red solar radiation. That's what him. So since you didn't have that in this scene, it doesn't make sense. You have to make it make sense. And you can't keep trying to tell me that this is amazing. This is what Superman is. No, it's not. That's why, once again, that goes back to Christopher Reeves. This is why Christopher Reeves hated Superman 3, hated Superman 4. They wanted him to do but he was like, no, because y'all want this whole silly, goofy Superman thing without understanding that no, it does not work like that. And I understand that people are going to pull from comic books. Oh, this is the silliness and stuff that they need to pull. No, I'm trying to tell you, first off, comic books haven't been silly in years. Hasn't been silly in years, especially Superman comic books. Like, there are lighthearted moments in Superman comic books, but Superman comic books are not lighthearted. They are not friendly. You know what I'm saying? There are friendly, lighthearted moments there. Yes, that's true. There are emotional moments with him and Lois, with him and his family in the city of Metropolis. That's, yes, that's true. But it's not the entire comic book. So stop lying and saying that this is what comic books always been. No, it hasn't. There's a reason why they had to get rid of Adam West Batman. There's a reason why people got pissed off at Batman and Robin. You get what I'm saying? There's a reason why people didn't really care for returns. There's a reason why Christopher Reeves didn't return for Supergirl or Superman 5, because of the silly nature of what they were trying to do with the characters. You cannot be this damn silly and stupid. You can have moments, but if the moments overshadow the story, then you fail. And the fact that everybody there's all people are talking about is the damn robots, the Fortress of Solitude, and how cute the dog is. That's not enough. That is not enough to justify this reboot. Honestly, bring Henry Cavill back. Bring Cavill back, please. Bring Zack Snyder back, please. Bring whoever we need to bring back, because this Superman movie is a no-go. I'm just gonna be honest. It's a no-go. It is a no-go on so many levels. Like, be so for real with this right now. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just can't believe that y'all try to sit up here and try to gaslight people into thinking that this shit is amazing when it's really not. Like, yikes, yikes, and the butt sniffing that the cast was about James Gunn, and James Gunn's this, James Gunn that, James Gunn this, James Gunn that, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn, James Gunn. Oh, I could have sworn the movie was called Superman. What about Superman? What about David? If anything, I should be knowing more about David and Superman than James Gunn this, James Gunn that. I really shouldn't be caring about Krypto. I really shouldn't be about the side bitches in the story. I should be caring about Superman, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, and you barely showed anything about those three characters in none of the promotional materials at all. So I don't know. I mean, the stocks dropped again when this trailer came out. So clearly, it didn't do nothing for nobody. It is what it is. You guys, tell me what you guys think. Comment section below. I'll catch you guys later, because hey, yeah, but no, not impressed at all. That was garbage. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. Comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.